Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Now, in today's video, I'm going to be breaking down exactly what I purchased in terms of stock last month. So there's one new stock that we're purchasing, and that is by far the largest purchase of the entire month. So if you're looking for long-term dividend-focused portfolios or just good UK stocks, then you're in the right place. That being said, I'm certainly not a financial advisor. I'm a guy who's going to go from minimum wage in the warehouse to being a millionaire, and you can see that happen right here on this channel. So let's start off with the biggest purchase, and this is hopefully, fingers crossed, going to be part of my plan to go from where I'm at now to financial independence. So yeah, let's get into it. First things first. Okay, so we have Greencoat UK. So Greencoat UK Wind. So this is the newest addition to the portfolio. So Greencoat UK Wind is a dedicated renewable infrastructure investment company owning 49 wind farms across Britain. So I've invested £100 into this company last month, and that is my largest purchase of the month by quite some distance. So it currently has an 8% dividend yield, and it pays those dividends quarterly. So I can expect around £8 per year. Now that is quite a juicy dividend up there at 8%. So yeah, quite easy maths there. I invested £100. I'm going to be getting about £8 per year. Now, next up, we have Tesco. Now, Tesco is an absolute cornerstone of UK retail. It's the nation's largest supermarket operator, commanding roughly 27% market share, and it offers a semi-annual dividend. So I did have 66 shares of Tesco, totaling £278.98. And then I bought 8 shares this month at £4.23 each, totaling £33.48. Now, this gives me a new total invested into Tesco of £312.82. Now, these guys have a dividend yield of 3.2%, so I can expect an annual dividend moving forward of around £10.01. Very nice. Just looking at that is quite nice, getting that annual dividend above £10. So yeah, very nice. Okay, sorry, got really excited then about that. Next up, we have Rio Tinto. So Rio Tinto is a major global mining titan with a diversified operations in iron ore, copper, aluminium, lithium, and more. Now, it pays a dividend twice per year. So I have 6 shares totaling I did have 6 shares totaling £275.22. I then bought 1 share this month at £45.92. So that gives me a new total invested into Rio Tinto of £321.14. Now, these guys again have a really juicy dividend of 6.63%. So I can expect an annual dividend moving forward from Rio Tinto of £21.29. Now, their dividend, they don't pay it even, so it's not you get 50% here, you get 50% there. It's I think it works out so you get 40% and then you get 60%. So they have like a slightly smaller one and then a slightly larger one. So for £21.29, I can expect, hold on, let me work out. I'll be back in a minute. Hold on, because this is quite exciting. Okay, I'm back. I've got a calculator. So £21.29. So in one payment, I'll get around £8.76. That's the smaller payment. And then the larger payment, I will get £13.15, which would represent my largest ever dividend, which is really exciting. £13.15. That would be Amazing. So that's Rio Tinto. Okay, moving on. Sorry, very excited about these dividends. Okay, Unilever. So Unilever is a London and Rotterdam listed consumer goods giant, known for brands like Dove, Ben & Jerry's, Lipton, and loads more. And it distributes a quarterly dividend. So I did have shares totaling £221.02. I then bought one share this month at £44.21, giving me a new total invested into Unilever of £265.23. Now these guys have a dividend of 3.36%, so I can expect an annual dividend moving forward of around £8.91. So nice that all these annual dividends now are sort of hovering around or way above that £10 mark for these bigger ones, which is nice. Okay, last but not least, we have GSK. Now, if you have a dividend portfolio, I'm pretty sure you would have GSK in there. So GSK is a major UK-based pharmaceutical player. Now, GSK pays a quarterly dividend. So I did have 14 shares totaling £194.98. I then bought 3 shares this month at £13.93 each, totaling £41.79. Now this gives me a new total invested into GSK of £236.77. Now they have a dividend of 4.45%. So I can expect an annual dividend moving forward of around £10.53. So again, that is a very nice dividend. It's nice now that we're getting into a position where a lot of these dividends are above or close to that £10 mark. So it's been a long time coming, but things are starting to happen with the portfolio. So in total, we have purchased £265.76 worth of stocks this month. That's that was actually a bit challenging to do, but it is going to start to get easier. I'll come on to that in a bit here. So yeah, that was a bit challenging, but I managed to cut back on a few of the things, some outgoings that I managed to cut back on, and then that allowed me to grow my portfolio a little bit. So I can earn even more money in the future. Money makes money. I understand what that means now. But yeah, this month to invest that much money, yeah, was a little bit challenging, especially, you know, being on minimum wage. To find that amount, yeah, was a bit tricky, but did manage to do it. So if I can do it, you can certainly do it too. Now, how this might start to get a little bit easier and how the dividends may start to improve in the future. So this YouTube channel now is earning money directly just from me uploading videos. And I recently did a video about the first week's earnings of that. That was pretty exciting. It's starting to tick up a little bit now as well. So I think over time, this YouTube channel is going to help fund my portfolio. Yeah, and it's going to be, I did another video talking about my additional income outside of my job. And I think this is going to take the place, this YouTube channel is going to take the place of the highest additional income source outside of my job. So yeah, things looking quite good on that front. Now, talking of that particular front, if you want to go and check that out, I will leave that video linked right there. And that is where I go over the first week's earnings on the YouTube channel. Was really exciting. Things have moved on a little bit from that. It's starting to tick up quite a little bit, which is nice. But yeah, that was the first week's earnings. So if you want to go check that out, it's right there. But apart from that, that was all the stocks that I bought last month. I'm Steve. This is the Extra Income Boss. Super excited about some of these dividends now. I will see you guys in that one right there. Peace.